Welcome to the West Quad Gymnasium between the Brooklyn College Bulldogs and the Fairleigh Dickinson Devils. I'm Adam Lockley with my broadcast partner Faraz Tor, along with my board operator Mark Alkin. Brooklyn College on a 6-game winning streak, and today they have their hands full as they take on Fairleigh Dickinson, a team that is 12-0 and a 45-game winning streak dating back to the last couple of seasons. My first question to Faraz is a basic question. What does Brooklyn have to do to have a chance to win this game against undefeated Fairleigh Dickinson?
Well, Adam, they need to play extremely clean basketball. They need to have the defensive show probably of Alex Lang's tenure as head coach of the Lady Bulldogs here. You look at the numbers for FDU Forum, the Devils, they are on fire. Really good team. They've scored over 1,000 points this season. They're averaging 85.4 points per game. That's ranked 4th in the entire country in Division III women's basketball. And they're still pretty good on defense, too, holding opponents to 60.5 points per game. Brooklyn College, they need to have the same kind of performance they've had over the 6-game winning streak, but they need to push it up to another level. If they play something close to like what they did early in the season when they had a little struggles, they were hovering around 500, they will have no chance against the Devils here tonight.
And Brooklyn College, a team that has shown some improvement in terms of the changes they've made the last couple of games, and I talk in particularly about the last game. The last game, they only took 8 3-point attempts, and that's good because the 3-point shot was really hurting them all season. And another good thing about that is they made 5 3-pointers. And I realized that another way to defeat Fairleigh Dickinson is to show a little more versatility offensively to keep their defense guessing.
Yeah, I mean, when you face a team this good and they're ranked nationally, you can't be predictable against them. The Devils have seen all sorts of schemes. They know what's coming for a lot of different teams. So what's the worst thing you can do is be predictable. Have they really scouted out Brooklyn College? I'm not sure, facing against an unranked opponent, but Brooklyn College, if your three-point game isn't working, you got to go to something else, because there are chances for Brooklyn College to really push something, because their leading scorer, Leanne Lively for the Devils, she's averaging a little under 13 points per game. So it's really about balance for the Devils. So if they manage to, and it's hard to really combat against defensively for the Bulldogs to try to go against five players, 5 starters, and then the bench to try to limit them offensively. But there's no one player that really stands out and really dominates for the Devils. So it is possible for the Bulldogs, but they need to play very clean. This is a really big technical challenge for Alex Lang and the Bulldogs.
Yes, this game really falls on the shoulders of Brooklyn College point guard Nicole Francomano. I say that because Fairleigh Dickinson averages 16 steals per game, and Fairleigh Dickinson's opponents average 27 turnovers per game, so you got to be careful taking care of this basketball.
I spoke to Nicole a couple of weeks ago about the idea of turnovers and everything, and obviously as a point guard, you don't want to give up any turnovers. And you just wonder what she's thinking as captain, 4-year player. Her last year, she's going down the stretch now, getting close to her tournament time. And now the biggest test that Brooklyn College has ever faced, even going into the playoffs in the CUNYAC and ECAC and in the NCAA tournament, big tournament games, this might be the biggest test. For a point guard like Nicole Francomano, she has to have been preparing a lot for this. She probably saw this on the schedule weeks before. She was probably practicing during the break, in December, getting ready for this. You have to play a very clean game if you're Nicole Francomano, but the whole team as a whole.
Yes, and this is probably their biggest test, or obviously their biggest test since NYU back on December 2nd. And the last time they played them, they came out absolutely flat, started off trailing 12-0, and they allowed a lot of open three-pointers, and they turned the ball over a lot. And they showed some flashes at the start of the second half, but were never really able to get over the hump. So this is definitely their biggest test all season. It's going to be a total team effort from the top of the bench, from the top of the starting 5 to the end of the bench. So everybody needs all hands on deck.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that kind of recipe against NYU, who were ranked 11th in the country at the time, now they're ranked 9th. If Brooklyn College has that against a nationally ranked opponent like the Devils here are today, are ranked best in the country right now in Division III women's basketball, it's going to be a very similar game, I think. A lot of pressure on them to keep the ball, not have turnovers, they need to avoid what happened in the NYU game.
I'm Adam Lockley, my broadcast partner for Faraz Tour. We'll take a small break right here. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to the West Quad Gymnasium with Adam Lockley, my broadcast partner for Faraz Tour, and soundboard operator Mark Alkin, as we get ready for the starting lineups. First for the visiting FDU Devils. Go Faraz.
Number 1, Alicia Cox. Number 3, Shalette Brown. Number 4, Alyssa McDonough. Number 5, Sydney Clopton. Number 13, Danielle Legalou. Number 14, Cara Dayon. Number 15, Kyra Dayon.
And for Brooklyn College, starting is number 5, Karen Mack. Number 22, Megan Campbell. Number 23, Nicole Francomano. Number 24, Vanessa D'Ambrosi. Number 25, Asia Foster. As we get set for the opening tip, as Megan Campbell will jump, and the tap is controlled by the Brooklyn College Bulldogs. Nicole Francomano drives inside, lays it up and in, and a quick 2 points for Brooklyn College on the break. They lead 2-0 so far.
Quick tempo is exactly what they need. Nicole Francomano, the captain, lays it up, going right off the tip. A little bit of a funny tip-off. It dropped in. It was like an air ball for a second.
Driving inside is Cox. Outside to number 15, Dayon. Kyra Dayon pulls up from the baseline. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Asia Foster. Asia Foster to Nicole Francomano. Francomano pushing up court. Francomano pushing it up fast. Stops with the three-point line. Goes straight on. Pulls it back to Asia Foster. Asia Foster drives inside. Stolen away by Alicia Cox. Alicia Cox has a 2-on-1. Driving inside on Francomano. Lays it up. No. Gets her own rebound. No good. But she is fouled. She will get 2 free throws.
A weird layup take by Alicia Cox. She had the perfect break. There was a turnover thing we were talking about immediately. Gets a turnover off the steal off, I think Francomano had the ball and she stole it. But a bit of a weird layup take. She didn't go straight at it. Had a little bit of a defensive pressure on her from behind.
First free throws up for Dayon. Rattles it in, and the score is now 2-1 Brooklyn.
It'd be interesting to see. You're seeing a number one team in the country. How good are they on the free throw line?
Cara Dayon hits both free throws. The score is tied at 2. 19 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the first half. Francomano pushing the ball up fast. Gets to Karen Mack. Karen Mack stops, picks up her dribble inside to Megan Campbell. Megan Campbell posting up. Fakes, takes a shot, and it's up and in. Good posting by Megan Campbell as Brooklyn College now leads 4-2. We played exactly 1 minute.
Low light layup by Megan Campbell. They need a big game out of her if they're going to take on the Devils here and win.
Daniel Legalou to Alicia Cox. Alicia Cox to Kyra Dayon. Kyra Dayon driving inside over Megan Campbell. Off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Asia Foster. Asia Foster thinking about it, gets it to Nicole Francomano. Francomano pushing the ball up court. Francomano pushing. Francomano throws it away, stolen away by Kyra Dayon. Kyra Dayon pushing the ball up court. Kyra Dayon stops at the foul line. Pull up jumper off the front rim, no good. Offensive rebound by Brown. No good, gets her own rebound out to Kyra Dayon. And she sets up the offense, 25 from the shot clock. To the left wing to number 14, Legalou. Missed the layup. And we have a tie-up. And it will be a possession now. The ball will stay right here with the Brooklyn College Bulldogs.
Only a minute 45 in, though, but the thing I'm noticing immediately is not a whole lot of inside help for the Devils. They got one player up front, one Devil up front. Usually they don't have a lot of inside help. I'm seeing a lot more white shirts for the Bulldogs right in front of the net.
It'll be the Devils' ball, my mistake. Outside to Cox. Cox for three. Off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by Asia Foster. Asia Foster to Nicole Francomano. Francomano slowly setting up this offense. She's guarded by Alicia Cox. Francomano pushing the ball up court. Francomano to the rim, lays it up. It's good, and she's fouled by Alicia Cox. Good aggressive move by Nicole Francomano.
That's about textbook N1 you can have, driving to the layup, stops, and then goes fast, and then goes right into it. Her body going away from it, puts it up behind her, gets the layup, and now she's at the free throw line.
Francomano will get one free throw. Free throw is up. And good. Brooklyn College off to a good start, leading 7-2. Alicia Cox pushing the ball up court. Alicia Cox drives outside to number 13, Legalou. Back to Cox. To Diane. Back to Legalou. Legalou out top, guarded by Karen Mack. Legalou pulls back, drives to the foul line. Outside to Dayon. Dayon guarded by D'Ambrosio. Dayon out to Legalou. Legalou one dribble, pull up. And she rattles it in. Brooklyn College now leads 7-4 with 17 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first half.
Pretty simple shot from Danielle Legalou. Got a little space, got a little good passing there from the Devils. More passing than we've seen so far in the opening.
Francomano pushing the ball up court again, and she banks in a layup, once again catching FDU napping.
Francomano playing with a little purpose in the beginning minutes.
Legalou guarded by Karen Mack at the left wing. Legalou out top. Legalou still dribbling, guarded closely by Mack. Legalou setting up this offense. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to number 15, Dayon. Dayon looking. Gets it to her twin, Cara Dayon. Cara Dayon guarded by D'Ambrosio. Outside to Alicia Cox for three. Rattles it out and rattles it back in. And the score is now 9-7 Brooklyn College with 16 minutes, 48 seconds to go here in the first half. Nicole Francomano pushing. Francomano has it knocked away out of bounds. We'll stay right here with the Brooklyn College Bulldogs at 23 seconds on the shot clock.
On that previous play, the previous score was a three by Alicia Cox. She was trying for a lot of three-pointers early. A little opening up, a little passing, gets a little bit of a look, gets a little space, got a Bulldog in front of her, but puts it down anyway.
Jacqueline Grasso and Rima Mann will check in for Asia Foster and Karen Mack as Brooklyn College will inbound. Inbounds pass. Jacqueline Grasso looking into Rima Mann, has it knocked away out of bounds, and it's still Brooklyn College ball with 21 seconds on the shot clock.
Opening 7 points for Nicole Francomano, 7 of the Bulldogs' 9 points. Impressive start for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, what a start. Inbound to Megan Campbell. Campbell looking at the midcourt logo, takes a couple of dribbles, still dribbling. Gets it inside to D'Ambrosio. It's knocked away to Mann. Back to D'Ambrosio. D'Ambrosio lays it up. No. Rebounded by Grasso. Grasso, 8 on the shot clock. Outside to Francomano. 5 on the shot clock. 4 on the shot clock. Francomano think about what to do. This has it knocked away. And we have a traveling violation on Nicole Francomano. She was completely out of control right there.
That looked like a nationally ranked defense right there. They were moving quick in there. They had players up front. Players out moving wide when they needed to. They were moving really quickly on defense.
Here's Alicia Cox is at the right wing. Inside to Kyra Dayon. Lays it up and in. And the score is now tied at 9. 5 straight points for FDU. Francomano once again pushing the ball up court. Guarded closely by Alicia Cox. Francomano at the midcourt logo. Francomano driving to the right wing. Pulls it back out. Still at the top of the key. drives to her left, picks up her dribbles. She's in trouble. We have possession arrow, and we will stay right here with the Brooklyn College Bulldogs. 14 seconds on the shot clock. We have a substitution as for Brooklyn College, Sarah Shanderson and Aisha Foster will check in for D'Ambrosi and Megan Campbell. And for FDU, number 25, Leanne Lively will check into the ball game for them.
2 points so for Megan Campbell. She comes out, not getting a lot of shooting space, though.
Karen Mack looking. Gets it to Shanderson, knocked away. And we'll stay right here with the Brooklyn College Bulldogs. 12 seconds on the shot clock. 9-9, 15 minutes, 46 seconds to go here in the first half. As Jacqueline Grosso will inbound the basketball. Grosso gets it to Aisha Foster. Back to Jacqueline Grosso. Jacqueline Grosso driving to her left. Inside to Foster. Spins. Blocked. Rima Mann comes up with it. 3 on the shot clock. Mann puts it up. Off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by number 4, Alyssa McDonough. McDonough pushing the ball at the floor. Up to Dayon. Dayon drives it up, lays it up, no good. Rebounded by Aisha Foster. Foster gets it to Jacqueline Grosso. Jacqueline Grosso pushing the ball up court. Grosso at the left wing. Double team, gets it to Aisha Foster over her head, and we're going to have a backcourt violation as Brooklyn College was completely pressured right there. She threw it way over the head of Aisha Foster. She was completely confused.
Well, if the Devils don't bring a lot of pressure out front to help the players up in front of the net, they bring it for sure on defense. A lot of defensive pressure on the Bulldogs right now.
Kyra Dayon gets the ball to Sydney Clopton. Out to Kyra Dayon for 3. It's good. And now FDU is on an 8-0 run as they lead Brooklyn College 12-9. And Coach Alex Lang, seeing that 8-0 run, wants a timeout right now.
Yeah, that was a bad run defensively for the Bulldogs. They had some offensive chances, but when they're going out and bringing it out, there's too much pressure from FDU. Got a lot of players out. Very little space for the players to go out. Nicole Francomano had a good early start, 7 points, but her teammates really need to bring out something more, get a little bit more looks. It's tough against this defense, but there are some looks defensively that they could force some turnovers right now, but two straight three-point shots from Alicia Cox right now for the FDU Devils.
Yeah, Brooklyn got off to a pretty good start. Then FDU started displaying their really good defense. As we mentioned at the top of the show, opponents averaged 27 turnovers against them as we get some statistics right here. Right now, Brooklyn College shooting better, 57%, 4 out of 7 from the field. FDU shooting 4 out of 12, 33.3%, but they're shooting pretty good from the three-point line to start, 2 out of 3 so far.
And then you notice on the other side, Brooklyn College hasn't taken a three-point shot yet. They just haven't had the room for that. Nicole Francomano had some good drives going up to the net. That was early, though. In the last couple minutes, the defense for the Devils is really shored up. And then if they're shoring up inside, they're still taking care of it on the outside, not letting any deep shots go off.
Yeah, FDU playing some really good aggressive defense on the perimeter, not allowing Brooklyn College to get into their three-point game as we get set to start again. Jacqueline Grosso will inbound the basketball. She inbounds to Aisha Foster. Aisha Foster looking, gets it to Sarah Shanderson, who just checked in. Shanderson to Aisha Foster. Brooklyn being pressured right now by FDU.
Karen Mack wide open down.
Man. We have a 10-second violation on Brooklyn College as they never got it across half courts.
That was just sloppy basketball right there. Karen Mack all the way open down the court, near right in front of the net. She couldn't get the ball.
As Vanessa D'Ambrosi will check in for Rima Mann. 12-9 FDU, 14 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in the first half as they inbound to Alyssa McDonough. Alyssa McDonough guarded by Jacqueline Grosso, goes behind her back to the foul line. Out to Kyra Dayon. Kyra Dayon back to Alyssa McDonough. Alyssa McDonough driving inside, spins, up and under, no good, gets her own rebound, lays it up and in, and now FDU is on a 10-0 run, leading 14-9.
That was an impressive little move there. Spin goes behind the back against two defenders.
And the ball is stolen away by FDU to Lively, who lays it up and in, and there's a point off a turnover as FDU is on a 12-0 run, leading 16-9. Brooklyn cannot solve this pressure. And another turnover to Alyssa McDonough, lays it up and in, and now FDU is on a 14-0 run. They lead 18-9 with 14 minutes, 9 seconds to go here in the first half, and Alex Lang wants yet another timeout.
Just about 50 seconds after the timeout, we've had 2, I think maybe even 3 turnovers by the Bulldogs. We're talking early that they need to be very clean in this game. They've already got a couple turnovers, trying to get out of there after a point scored by the Devils, and the Devils are waiting right there and get a little tip off, get get the ball, and then they end up scoring with it. I think it's now a 10-point run or 12-point run for the Devils.
Yes, they were off to a good start. Brooklyn was pushing the basketball, but now all of a sudden they cannot get past half court as 3 straight possessions. They have committed a turnover, not getting past the half court line, and one of those turnovers, a 10-second violation.
They don't look that bad defensively, the Bulldogs, and they're right in front of the net. They've got their players there. The Devils aren't getting a lot of great outside looks, but turnovers are really just killing it so far early. And then offensively, they need to get something going from the perimeter.
Yeah, right now with the turnovers, they're playing right into the hands of the FDU Devils. As we mentioned, teams average 27 turnovers against them and 16 steals FDU averages. So Brooklyn College has to get out of this slump. Just get past the half-court line. That would be a start.
I mean, if you allow 18 points through almost 6 minutes against the Devils, the team that averages almost 86 points per game, you're in for a very long night if you can't slow them down.
Very good point as Nicole Francomano will inbound the basketball. Inbounds pass goes to Asia Foster. Still being pressured to Karen Mack. Back to Asia Foster. Still being pressured to Karen Mack. They get it past half court. Karen Mack has it stolen away by number 23, Delisha Thompson. Delisha Thompson pushing the ball up court, lays it up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Nicole Francomano. Francomano pushing the ball up court. Still can't get it past the half court line. Still being pressured, having a lot of trouble. And we have a foul on FDU. Foul is on number 25, Leanne Lively.
Adam, very interesting scheme here defensively for the Devils. They're committing 2 players on every time the ball moves, and it leaves open a wide-open Bulldog down the court. Maybe the Devils just don't think the Bulldogs can do anything offensively. They're not seeing the open players down the court.
As Megan Campbell checks in for Sarah Shanderson. Nicole Francomano gets it to the midcourt logo, gets it to Asia Foster in the corner. Back to Nicole Francomano. Francomano out top, 22 on the shot clock. Guarded by Leanne Lively. Francomano at the midcourt logo to Karen Mack. Karen Mack at the right wing. Karen Mack looking. Gets to D'Ambrosi for 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by FDU. And gets it to Cara Dayon. Cara Dayon at the right wing. Cara Dayon gets it to Alyssa McDonough. Alyssa McDonough guarded by Nicole Francomano. Alyssa McDonough dribbling, crosses to the foul line. Outside to number 23, Delisha Thompson. Delisha Thompson blocked by Megan Campbell. We have a tie-up. It's knocked out of bounds. And it'll go off FDU, and we'll go right back over to the Brooklyn College Bulldogs.
Megan Campbell had, right before the turnover, a pretty good look against the FDU defense. Finally a little bit of a daylight. Maybe could signal a good offensive showing from her now. They can get a little bit more passing the Bulldogs.
Kyra Dayon checks in for Cara Dayon as Asia Foster's in the backcourt. And it's knocked out of bounds by Kyra Dayon as Brooklyn College still cannot get the ball past half court. 21 seconds on the shot clock.
It's not often you see this kind of strategy, putting this much pressure to try to cause turnovers. Now we see why they average 26 turnovers per game. Opponents average 26 turnovers per game. They put a lot of pressure, double coverage to try to force over turnovers, try to make you not even get it past half court.
Francomano to Karen Mack. Karen Mack pushing the ball up court, stops. Picks up her dribble to Nicole Francomano, the midcourt logo, guarded by Leanne Lively. Francomano was way out top, crosses over, and it's a kick ball. The ball went off the knee of Alyssa McDonough. Brooklyn College will get the ball back.
That was a little interesting move right there, trying to force the turnover, get off her arm, ends up going off her knee, Adam.
Yes, as Brooklyn will take it out. Karen Mack will take it out with 15 on the shot clock. Inbound to Nicole Francomano. Francomano out top, crosses over. Francomano crosses to the left wing, picks up her dribble, gets it to D'Ambrosi, lays it up, no foul call, and Cara Dayon comes up with it. That was Delisha Thompson, excuse me. Gets it to McDonough. McDonough to Leanne Lively for 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Megan Campbell. Megan Campbell to Nicole Francomano. Francomano pushing the ball up court. Francomano crossing over. Lays it up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Campbell. Lost it out of bounds. It goes off a FDU player. Will stay right here with the Brooklyn College Bulldogs to get a fresh 30-second shot clock.
It was unfortunate for Megan Campbell. She was right there in front of the net. Very good athletic play by Nicole Francomano. Her body going against it again. Megan Campbell just fell down.
Inbound to Megan Campbell. Lays it up off the glass and in. And that finally ends FDU's 14-0 run. They lead Brooklyn 18-11, 12 minutes to go here in the first half.
Well, Brooklyn definitely needed that's for sure. Megan Campbell get on the scoreboard. They just need some more passing right now, Brooklyn.
McDonough is fouled by Megan Campbell on the drive. And FDU will take it out. Nicole Francomano, that foul is on. Nicole Francomano's first foul. Brooklyn College's second team foul. As Sydney Clompton will check in for Leanne Lively for FDU. And for Brooklyn, Jacqueline Grosso will check in for Karen Mack.
As you see on the scoreboard here, a lot of diversity on the scoring for FDU. It's not one single player, as we talked about beforehand.
And it's the three-point shot. It's an air ball by Alyssa McDonough. Fight for the rebound. Campbell comes up with it, gets to Jacqueline Grosso. Grosso to Nicole Francomano, pushing the ball up court. She has a 2-on-1. Bounce pass to D'Ambrosi, lays it up and in. Good pass by Nicole Francomano. Brooklyn College has now scored 4 straight points at their FDU and on a 14-0 run.
Bulldogs taking advantage of the over-aggressiveness by the Devils, finally getting a little action on the breakaway.
Kyra Dayon outside to number 5, misses the 3. Offensive rebound, blocked. Megan Campbell rejects the shot by Delisha Thompson. Offensive rebound, FDU. Inside to Delisha Thompson. Delisha Thompson inside, lays it up and in. Somehow she went up and under, and FDU leads Brooklyn 20-13.
I would love for the listeners to see this. It is a scrum in front of the net on the other side.
Jacqueline Grosso out top to Nicole Francomano, who is also out top, guarded by Alyssa McDonough. Nicole Francomano crosses over to her left, drives outside to Megan Campbell. Megan Campbell way outside her range. Pull-up jumper off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by Nicole Francomano. Francomano to the foul line. Nicole Francomano outside to Jacqueline Grosso. Jacqueline Grosso driving inside to Mann, who lays it up and in. Good pass by Jacqueline Grosso. Brooklyn College on a bit of a run as the lead is now cut to 20-15.
Move the ball around. They're being very aggressive on defense, the Devils. Then you've got to make them pay by doing a lot of passes, and then you can penetrate inside. And that's what the Bulldogs have done on the last couple of plays. Now they've gotten some points out of it.
Ball is passed to Sydney Clompton to Dayon. Dayon lays it up. No good. Rebounded. And we have a foul over the back on FDU, I believe. Yeah, it's on FDU. So we have a substitution for FDU as Alicia Cox will check back into this ball game, as Quenisha Harris will get a rest, as will Alyssa McDonough, as will Delisha Thompson, as 3 new players come in for the FDU Devils. Inbound pass to Megan Campbell to Jacqueline Grosso to Nicole Francomano. Francomano pushing the ball up court to Nasrima Mann. Mann jumper off the glass, no good. Rebounded by number 3, Shalette Brown to Dayon. Dayon drives inside, outside to Clompton. Lays it up and in, and now FDU leads 22-15.
Can the Bulldogs take advantage of it? 3 stars for the Devils coming out. I think because of all the aggressiveness, it wear them out a little bit. They need to make a run now.
Grosso to Nicole Francomano. Francomano to D'Ambrosi. Takes one dribble, shoots a 3. It's good. And now the lead is now cut to 4, 22-18 FDU. Dayon pushing the ball up court. Cara Dayon pulls it out. Guarded by D'Ambrosi. Dayon still dribbling to her twin Kyra Dayon. Kyra Dayon out top, guarded by Mann. Gets a pick. Takes a jumper. And it's off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Francomano. Stolen away by Shalette Brown. And we have a foul on Is it on FDU?
I think it's a foul on Nicole Francomano.
Foul on Nicole Francomano as
looks like she got an elbow in the eye.
Shalette Brown stole the ball, and she will get 2 free throws as she went up for a layup, and Nicole Francomano fouled her.
Nicole Francomano coming up on the bad end of that, but she looks like she'll be all right.
Shalette Brown will get 2 free throws. Takes a few dribbles. Free throw is up and good. FDU now leads 23-18 as Asia Foster and Karen Mack will check in for Rima Mann and Nicole Francomano, as 1 more free throw will come for Shalette Brown. 23-18 FDU. Free throw is up and good. FDU leads 24-18, 9 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the first half. As they inbound to Megan Campbell. Campbell to D'Ambrosi. FDU still showing that pressure to Megan Campbell. To Asia Foster, stolen away by Shalette Brown. Shalette Brown pushing the ball up court, lays it up. No. She gets her own rebound. No. Rebounded by Megan Campbell. Campbell gets it to Jacqueline Grosso. Jacqueline Grosso up to Karen Mack. Karen Mack at the right wing. Deflected. D'Ambrosi in the post. Hook shot, no good. Rebounded by Shalette Brown. Shalette Brown gets it to Cara Dayon. Gets it to Kyra Dayon. Gets it to Shalette Brown for 3. It's good. 3-pointer for number 3, Shalette Brown, and FDU is back up by 9, leading 27-18.
Well, the Devils aren't certainly getting a lot of long shots, but when they got the opportunities, they've been converting.
As D'Ambrosi drives baseline, inside, lays it up, off the glass and in. She might have wanted a foul also, but no foul, 27-20, as Cara Dayon is out top for FDU. Shoots a three. It's good as Brooklyn College defender left her wide open after having her checked, and now FDU leads 30-20, and Coach Alex Lang upset when Megan Campbell wants a timeout.
Uncontested three-pointers on the last two opportunities. The last one I believe that last one was for Alicia Cox, and the one before by Danielle Legalou. Like I said before, the Devils aren't getting a whole lot of perimeter chances, but when they are, Brooklyn's not really pressuring it too much. Very interesting to look on the passing though, Adam. We're seeing a lot of turnovers by Brooklyn because of how much pressure that the Devils bring. They bring up two players up front, but then you see the little strategy by the Devils. If you're going to do that, then you need a player for Brooklyn inside, because the long passes, they're stealing that like a cornerback in the NFL.
I'm Adam Lockley with my broadcast partner Faraz Tor and Mark Alkin on the board operator. FDU leading Brooklyn College 30-20. 8 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in the first half as Sarah Shanderson comes into the game for Brooklyn College, as Jacqueline Grosso will inbound the basketball as we start up again here. Grosso looking, gets it to Asia Foster. FDU still showing that pressure. Gets it to Karen Mack. Karen Mack can't get it past half court. Karen Mack to Sarah Shanderson. Sarah Shanderson deflected out of bounds, knocked out of bounds by Shalette Brown. Brooklyn College will get the ball back with 19 seconds on the shot clock, as Leanne Lively will check in for Alicia Cox.
That was the right passing for Brooklyn there. A lot of pressure again from the Devils. Get a player up front. Give your players some help on passing if you're going to have double coverage.
Inbounds to Asia Foster, and she knocks over Shalette Brown. But we have a foul on FDU. Foul is on Shalette Brown, as Brooklyn College will take the ball out. Karen Mack will inbound the basketball as Brooklyn will get a fresh 30-second shot clock. Inbounds pass. She's still looking. Mack is still looking. And we have a 5-second violation. Another turnover forced by FDU. We've had a 10-second violation now. Most recently, we have a 5-second violation on Brooklyn.
It's hard for the Bulldogs when you see this kind of pressure, but they need to move quicker. They need to think quicker. They can't wait against this kind of offense.
Cara Dayon, guarded by Sarah Shanderson, out top. Cara Dayon drives inside. Outside for a three. Off the side rim, no good. Missed by Ann Lively. And rebounded by Karen Mack. Karen Mack crosses over to the midcourt logo. Karen Mack to the right wing to Jacqueline Grosso. Jacqueline Grosso out top. Out top, guarded by Leanne Lively. Picks up her dribble to Karen Mack. Karen Mack to the corner to Sarah Shanderson. Drives baseline. Floater is up and in. Good ball movement by Brooklyn College right there to cut the lead to 30-22.
One idea to go through, get a lot of dribbling out there if you can't go with a lot of passing, because FDUs keep on trying to steal it and they're having success. Dribble, and you saw with Sarah Shanderson, she got a good look.
Cara Dayon has it stolen away by Brooklyn. Jacqueline Grosso comes up with it. Jacqueline Grosso pushing the ball up court. The bounce pass is knocked out of bounds by FDU. Brooklyn College will get the ball back with 24 seconds on the shot clock, as D'Ambrosi will check in for Karen Mack and Nicole Francomano will check in for Jacqueline Grosso.
Physically demanding game for these starters here. You saw 3 starters go out for the Devils before. Nicole Francomano and Vanessa D'Ambrosi needed a break. This is a demanding game. You wonder how it turned out in the end on all the players.
Shanderson looking. Shanderson gets it inbound to Francomano, fakes. One dribble, fires for 3. Air ball. Rebounded by, we have a possession arrow. Possession as both players crash to the floor. We hope they're both okay. And the ball go over to the FDU Devils. They lead 30-22 with 6 minutes, 53 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, a little full effort there on Sarah Shanderson on the Devil player. Nothing negative about it. There's just a lot of effort here trying to get every single possession. That's what the Bulldogs need.
Cara Dayon switching to the point guard position. She's guarded by Asia Foster. Guarded out top, dribbling the basketball, 18 seconds on the shot clock. Still dribbling the basketball, drives to her right. Outside to number 3, Shalette Brown. Shalette Brown, the jumper, it's up and in. And FDU now leads Brooklyn 32-22, 6.5 to go here in the first half. Nicole Francomano in trouble. 2 players on her, gets it to Asia Foster. Asia Foster bobbles it, picks up her dribble, gets it to Nicole Francomano. Nicole Francomano to D'Ambrosi. D'Ambrosi to Megan Campbell. The jumper off the front rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Shanderson lays it up, no good, but she will get 2 free throws, as it's very unlikely for Shanderson to get the offensive rebound. She'll now get 2 free throws.
Yeah, Sarah Shanderson, 5'4", senior for the Brooklyn College Bulldogs. She's not going to get a lot of rebounds up front of the net, but she is dribbling. She's using whatever advantage she can get, and now she's at the free throw line.
As Shanderson will get set. First free throw is up and good. FDU now leads Brooklyn College 32-23. As for FDU, Alyssa McDonough will check into the game, as number 13, Danielle Legalu, will get a rest. As Sarah Shanderson will get 1 more free throw. Shanderson takes 3 dribbles, gets set. Free throw is up. Off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by Kyra Dayon. Kyra Dayon pushing the ball up court. Kyra Dayon stops at the 3-point line. Gets it to her twin, Kyra Dayon. Kyra Dayon driving inside. Pull-up jumper is up and in. And FDU shooting the ball really well, leading Brooklyn 34-23.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit more looks now. They're still taking advantage of, though.
D'Ambrosi misses a 3. Offensive rebound, Campbell. Campbell lays it up and in. And FDU now leads Brooklyn 34-25. Stolen away. Inbounds pass is stolen by Shanderson. Gets it to Nicole Francomano. Francomano drives, stops. Off the glass, no. Rebounded by number 3, Shalette Brown. Shalette Brown gets it to Kyra Dayon. Kyra Dayon stops, pulls up from 15 feet. Off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Shalette Brown. Shalette Brown pulls it out. Outside to McDonough. McDonough to Dayon. Dayon to Kyra Dayon. Gets it to McDonough. McDonough to Kyra Dayon. And they set up this offense. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Alyssa McDonough, guarded by Francomano, drives to her right. Outside to Lively. Lively loses the ball, stolen away by Shanderson. Shanderson to Nicole Francomano. Francomano pushing the ball up court. Francomano stops at the foul line inside to Megan Campbell. Off the glass and in. Good recognition by Nicole Francomano that she saw Megan Campbell, who was in very good position.
Getting a little turnovers now, Brooklyn. 2 turnovers in the last minute, 30 seconds. If they can create a little pressure on the Devils in this time, now they can slow them down and make them more honest on defense.
Shalette Brown has it stolen away by Nicole Francomano, but it's knocked out of bounds. FDU will get the ball back with 16 seconds on the shot clock as we have a substitution right here. As Rima Mann checks in for Brooklyn. Jacqueline Grosso checks in for Brooklyn College as well. 34-27 FDU. 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go here in the first half as they inbound to McDonough. McDonough to Kyra Dayon. Kyra Dayon drives to the foul line. McDonough shoots for 3. It's good. Another 3-pointer for FDU as they lead Brooklyn 37-27. 4.5 to go here in the first half.
Just when you think the Bulldogs are getting close, they do. The Devils do what they did earlier in the game. Shoot it from the 3-point line. Get it on a single chance.
And an awkward play right there as it was a slow drive by Jacqueline Grosso. She gets a layup, 37-29 FDU. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, that was pretty uncontested by Grosso. She just moved and weaved and bobbed like a zigzag line right in front of the net, no one in front of it, and she's got the easy layup.
Kyra Dayon drives. She is fouled by Rima Mann. That foul is on the ground as FDU will take the ball out. That is on Rima Mann as Karen Mack will check in for Nicole Francomano. 37-29 FDU. 4 minutes, 3 seconds to go here in the first half.
A good grit by the Bulldogs, though, you got to be honest. This game about 10 minutes ago looked like it could have been getting out of hand. Double-digit lead for the Devils and tons of turnovers for the Bulldogs. It's now an 8-point game.
Kyra Dayon gets it to Kyra Dayon. Kyra Dayon gets a pick, shoots for 3. Off the back rim, no good. Offensive rebound, FDU. Gets it to Alyssa McDonough. They'll get a fresh 30-second shot clock. And FDU wants a timeout right here. Mark Mitchell not happy with what he sees on that possession.
No, they can't put away the Bulldogs, that's for sure. Getting a little bit of good passing, but as efficient as the Devils have been on shooting, the last couple ones haven't gone down, and the Bulldogs, after a little bit of a shaky start, they've gotten the hang a bit of this defense of the Devils, really put a lot of pressure on them early. Last 5 to 7 minutes, they're dribbling more. That's what you have to do when they commit 2 players on almost every single inbound. And the Bulldogs now making FDU play a little bit more honest, so that now they have to be more efficient offensively. And so far, it hasn't been too bad for the Devils offensively, getting a lot of the perimeter shot. They don't get a lot of them, but they're knocking down most of them. Last couple haven't gone down. That's why you see it's an 8-point game right now, 3:47 to go.
Yes, as you mentioned just now, an 8-point game. Brooklyn College, because it's an 8-point game, has to feel pretty good about themselves, despite the fact of this relentless pressure by FDU. A few occasions, Brooklyn couldn't get it past half courts.
Yeah, this game really could have gone out of hand, though, but it's still very manageable for Alex Lang and the Bulldogs.
As Dayon drives, pulls it back. Dayon guarded by D'Ambrosi. Dayon out top. Dayon gets it to McDonough. McDonough gets it to number 5, Clopton. Clopton to Dayon. Inside to McDonough. McDonough double teamed inside. Outside to Dayon. Back to McDonough. 8 on the shot clock. McDonough 5 on the shot clock. Gets it to number 3, Shalette Brown off the back rim and in. It looked like Brooklyn College let up a little bit defensively inside.
Yeah, a little bit slow on there, but they did get good coverage. It was just good passing by the Devils.
D'Ambrosi at the left wing. D'Ambrosi posting up, gets it outside to Jacqueline Grasso. 39-29 FDU. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. 17 on the shot clock to Karen Mack. Karen Mack out top, guarded by Sydney Clopton, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Will stay right here with the Brooklyn College Bulldogs, so take it out of bounds with 11 seconds on the shot clock.
You wonder if the Devils, the reason they're so aggressive offensively, if maybe they're taking the Bulldogs kind of lightly.
Inbound to Megan Campbell, wide open layup, lays it in, as it's a rare occasion where FDU is caught sleeping.
Against Bulldogs' biggest player, they leave her up one-on-one, no inside help right under the net, and Megan Campbell easily scores.
Megan Campbell has 10 points here in the first half. Gets it to Cara Dayon, fakes a 3, guarded by D'Ambrosi. Inside to number 15, back outside to number 5, Clopton, off the front rim, no good. And it's rebounded by Megan Campbell. Megan Campbell dribbles the basketball, crosses over, gets it to Jacqueline Grasso. Jacqueline Grasso pushing the ball up court, lays it up off the glass, no. Rebounded by Megan Campbell, tips it up and in, and 2 straight baskets for Brooklyn. They trail FDU 39-33, 2 minutes, 13 seconds to go here in the first half. Gets it to Cara Dayon. Cara Dayon guarded by D'Ambrosi. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Dayon pulls it back, picks up a dribble to her twin, Cara Dayon. Cara Dayon guarded by Nasrima Man. Cara Dayon gets it outside for 3. Off the back rim, and in. A couple of bounces, and FDU gets the lucky bounce. It's a 3-pointer for Sydney Clopton. FDU leads Brooklyn 42-33. Karen Mack in the backcourt, still can't get it past half court. 25 on the shot clock. Bounce pass to D'Ambrosi. D'Ambrosi, a 3, air ball, and rebounded by Cara Dayon. Cara Dayon pushing the ball up court. Cara Dayon pushing, pulls it back, loses it, gets it back to McDonough for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Megan Campbell. Megan Campbell dribbles, gets it to Jacqueline Grasso. Jacqueline Grasso pushing the ball up court to D'Ambrosi. D'Ambrosi fakes, drives inside into Rima Man, stolen away by Cara Dayon. Cara Dayon pushing the ball up court, stops, gets it to Cara Dayon, gets it to McDonough. McDonough drives baseline, lays it up off the glass and in. And FDU with 2 straight baskets of their own, now leading Brooklyn 44-33 with a minute to go here in the first half. Brooklyn College inbounds to Megan Campbell. Megan Campbell in the backcourt, gets it to Jacqueline Grasso. Jacqueline Grasso has it knocked away, stolen away by Cara Dayon. Up the court to number 5, but stolen away by Rima Man. Rima Man to Jacqueline Grasso. Jacqueline Grasso at the midcourt logo. 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Grasso to Karen Mack. Karen Mack inside to Megan Campbell. Has it stolen away by Shalette Brown. Shalette Brown pushing the ball up court. Shalette Brown pushing. Drives, lays it up. Has it knocked away by Mack. Outside to Dayon for 3. No, it's a long 2 for Dayon. And the jumper is good. FDU is now in a 7-0 run with 22 seconds to go. They lead Brooklyn 46-33. Rima Man to Jacqueline Grasso. Jacqueline Grasso to Megan Campbell. Megan Campbell goes behind her back. Has it stolen away by Shalette Brown. 10 seconds to go here in the first half. Shalette Brown pushing the ball up court. Shalette Brown lays it up off the glass. No. Gets her own rebound. Lays it up and in. And she's fouled. As FDU is now in a 9-0 run. They lead Brooklyn by a commanding 15 points with 3.9 seconds to go here in the first half. And Shalette Brown will get 1 free throw with 3.9 to go in the first half.
Adam, you know what we were talking about earlier about not letting it get ugly. It just went ugly in the last minute and a half. Long run by the Devils. A lot of turnovers, a couple on the Devils, but the Bulldogs with more turnovers. You can't give this team this many turnovers. Bad dribbling, bad passing by the Bulldogs, and now the Devils can push the lead to 16 points right before the locker room. They head to the locker room.
As Delisha Thompson checks in for Cara Dayon, as Shalette Brown will get 1 free throw as she takes a couple of dribbles. Free throw is up and good. And now FDU leads Brooklyn by 16 points as we have a malfunction with the buzzer. That is not the end of the first half. We still have 3.9 seconds left as Brooklyn will inbound. FDU on a 10-0 run, leading Brooklyn 49-33. 3.9 seconds to go in the first half. Nicole Francomano will inbound. Inbound pass goes to D'Ambrosi. 2 seconds to go. Francomano to Shanderson from half court. Off the back rim, no good. And that is the end of our first half as FDU with a commanding 49-33 lead on Brooklyn College. I'm Adam Lockley, my broadcast partner for Faraz Tor, and Mark Alkin on the board operator. And Brooklyn College has had no answer for this pressure as time and time again they turn the ball over, and we see where the turnovers come from on FDU statistics, as we'll now have an interview as Mark Alkin will interview Coach Stan right now as he'll come over, take the microphone, interview Coach Stan in a few minutes. Then we throw it over to Mark. Mark
Alkin here with the coach at halftime. Say, Coach, I noticed you girls are having a lot of trouble handling the full court press initially. There was one 30-second violation there. Any adjustment you guys are going to make to better handle the full court pressure?
Well, they put very good pressure. I think the girls just had to get used to that level of defense. FDU is a really good pressing team. So I think we'll do a better job in the second half.
I know they definitely are doing a great job at, pushing their tempo. It's very, very fast-paced out there. Is there anything you guys are going to do to maybe slow it down, maybe collect yourselves a bit?
We might have more substitutions in the second half. But for the most part, we're going to be pushing it right back at them.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Yes,
definitely very fast-paced out there, and hopefully they can adjust and get back in this one. Back to you, guys.
Thank you,
that
Mark.
was Mark Alkin with the Brooklyn College Lady Bulldogs assistant coach, Coach Stan. And as Stan just mentioned, going to make a lot more substitutions. You're going to have to sub in and out. This is a very physically demanding game as Brooklyn College has just not been able to get the ball past half court. It's like they jumped out to that early 9-4 lead, and Coach Mark Mitchell of FDU just said, that's enough. We're going to pressure them for the rest of the first half, and it's definitely paid dividend as they lead Brooklyn 49-33 at intermission.
Adam, for the Brooklyn College Bulldogs, a really disappointing last 90 seconds. Very fast-paced, but a lot of turnovers. There was a couple on the FDU side too as well. Some bad dribbling by both sides, but even more so on the Bulldogs. They were already down by about 8 points, and then turnovers at that point. Megan Campbell was getting hot. They were utilizing Megan Campbell well right in front of the net, the Bulldogs. But then if they're not going to have good passing enough, if they're not going to dribble enough, and all that pressure on the Devils, they definitely did put a lot of pressure on the Bulldogs. You give them that, but you have to be very clean with the ball if you are the Bulldogs. They were not in the last 90 seconds. Multiple turnovers by the Bulldogs ended up leading to a lot of easy shots for the Devils, a lot of breakaways, and it's now you're looking at a 49-33 game. FDU Florham leads the Bulldogs at halftime. It's a mountain to climb against this kind of defense.
Yes, and a very good start for Brooklyn. The first Francomano, and then a couple possessions later, a couple possessions in a row, Nicole Francomano either got a layup herself or set up a few layups because of her ability to push the ball. And then Mark Mitchell just said, that's enough. We're just going to pressure them. And the pressure has forced players like Asia Foster and Megan Campbell to have to handle the basketball. They're big players. Megan Campbell at 6'1", Asia Foster at 6 feet tall. And they have really long arms, so they're really not able to handle the ball that effectively, let alone with pressure defense.
Nicole Francomano is a big key to this game. I'm glad you said it because you picked it up right completely early. Mark Mitchell probably has looked at it game. How do you Vanessa D'Ambrosi, after a little bit of a cold start, they're helping out. They're getting a little bit of movement. They're getting in front of the net. And what I noticed about midway through the game, when the ball got to Megan Campbell and Vanessa D'Ambrosi in front of the net, they had a definite advantage against this Devils team because of just pure size advantage. Like you said, Megan Campbell 6'1". Looking at Vanessa D'Ambrosi 5'8", not as big, but they had a size advantage, especially for Campbell. The tallest player on the Devils, Shalette Brown, 5'10". Everyone else is hovering around 5'6", 5'8". Brooklyn College has a size advantage, especially with Megan Campbell, arguably your best scorer. You need to use Campbell a lot more, get her in front of the net, get the ball there past half court, which they're having trouble with. And if the Devils keep on pressuring them, they not even get the ball across half court without being a entire scrum, then it's going to be really difficult to outlet the ball to Megan Campbell right in front of the net to get inside penetration. Brooklyn College needs a lot more inside penetration by the big players, because they have the size advantage. They can make the Devils pay for it, but they just haven't done it yet, and that's what they need to adjust at halftime.
I am Adam Lockley with my broadcast partner, Faraz Tor, and of course we have and I believe that in the second half, one thing that Brooklyn must have is a huge run like FDU's been having. FDU, what started this one-sided affair was that 14-0 run in the first half after Brooklyn College jumped out to a 9-4 lead. They went on a 14-0 run to go up 18-9. And Brooklyn College, they've had little puny runs, 4-0 runs, 6-0 runs, but they really need some stops and some scores. And as we mentioned at the top of the show, FDU their opponents averaging 27 turnovers. Brooklyn College in the first half already 14 turnovers. So they're on pace to have that already.
The exact opposite of the plan, not really working out. It did work in some chunks of it. They got up to the early lead. They didn't have a whole lot of turnovers in about the first 5 minutes. After that, it all kind of went to the dogs for the Bulldogs in terms of protecting the ball. A lot of turnovers, like I said, 14. And against this team, it's not like the Devils have had dominating from stop and go, because they've had, like you said, little runs that have been long ones. 14-0. It was like 8-0 to end off the half to stretch out their lead. Otherwise, the Bulldogs could have gotten a little bit close, but they need to play much cleaner on protecting the ball, because defensively the Bulldogs aren't doing altogether that badly. They're just getting killed on the breakaway, because when you turn over the ball that much, it's really difficult to play defense on the other side against these inside penetration, and the perimeter shooting for the Devils has been pretty good. So when you have them shooting that well, they're going to take complete advantage of the turnovers.
Yes, and both teams are shooting particularly well. Brooklyn College is actually shooting better than FDU. They're shooting 48% from the field. FDU shooting 19 out of 43, 44.2% from the field. But one advantage FDU has offensively is the three-point line, shooting 6 out of 14 from the three-point line, shooting 42.9%. Brooklyn College, once again, and I mentioned once again struggling from the three-point line, 1 out of 6. But, of course, I credit that to FDU's defense, as Brooklyn College has to be really frazzled physically as well as mentally.
I'm glad you mentioned it, because physically, when we're looking out here, a lot of tired bodies out there. FDU, Florham, they're used to this. This is what you're looking at. This is probably how they all. So a little bit more passing. The shot clock, no one's even worrying about the shot clock in this game. They're moving fast. They're trying to score quickly. It's very quick runs, even faster than I'd say the men's game, where you saw, like, on average, you saw about 10 seconds, 12 seconds to chew off the shot clock before you'd see a play. Here, you're talking about half that time. Yeah. Really quick pace. It is like a track run out here, and as I mentioned before, you really have to wonder, can the Bulldogs handle, especially late in the game, because it's a 16-point game right now at halftime. They must be beat. How are they going to feel like 10 more minutes into the second half when they're running on almost empty against this kind of high-octane turnover team, a lot of breakaways? It makes you push a lot harder than the Bulldogs are used to, towards the end of the game, this could get really ugly.
I'm Adam Lockley with my broadcast partner Faraz Tor, Mark Alkin, working the board operator. And another statistic that really stands out to me here in this first half is FDU, they're out-rebounding Brooklyn 23-18. But one thing that really gets my attention is 13 offensive rebounds for FDU to Brooklyn College's 7, which is another place that Brooklyn College has just been killed here in the first half.
It's really interesting if you think about it because, they don't have the size advantage of Devils. Brooklyn College is definitely the bigger team, and they're not even a huge team, the Brooklyn College. Only one player, 2 players actually, who are over 6 feet tall. Maya I.J. Thomas, 6'4", the tallest player for the Bulldogs, but she has barely played in this game. So they have the size advantage, but they're not really utilizing it that much. I think Brooklyn can really get at the Devils if they use their size advantage, but if they're going to lose that many offensive rebounds by a team this much smaller, you wonder how can they possibly get inside penetration then.
Right now we are at intermission. If you're just joining us, FDU is leading Brooklyn College 49-33 at the half. Brooklyn College had small moments of chipping away here in the first half, but then FDU finished the first half on a 10-0 run after Brooklyn College pulled to within 6 points. And actually, Brooklyn College started leading this game 9-4 off a few fast break points, either scored by Nicole Francomano or orchestrated by Nicole Francomano, passing it to the open man. But then, since then, FDU has really frazzled Brooklyn College with their full court pressure, as we've already had a 10-second violation in this game. And not just the full court pressure, but also in the half courts, they have really frazzled Brooklyn. When Brooklyn even gets past the midcourt logo, they have had trouble even finding an open shot, as they've had very little breathing room here in the first half. One play in particular I like to point to is when Karen Mack was inbounding the ball behind the baskets, and FDU's defensive pressure, their ball denial, forced a 5-second violation, and Coach Lang definitely should talk about that.
Yeah, I wonder what he's really saying to his team right now, because this is a very different type of team, the FDU Forum. They don't give you a single breathing room. You saw just purely on defense, even when Brooklyn College was passing, this is a different kind of look. They're playing physical. They're trying to get right in there against the Bulldogs. They're using their body well. They are really giving them very little time to think. And out there on the court, when you're playing against this high-octane, high pace, this is when practice really comes to it, and then you really need to draw to it and instinctively, because Brooklyn College just haven't had a lot of time to think. Like you said on the when number 5 for Brooklyn College, Karen Mack, was trying to inbound it, she was just trying to find something open, and then again, you have to have that thing going on your mind, a little clock, 5 seconds, but when you have to worry about all this pressure from the board, from the Devils, it really makes you forget some of the more smaller technical things, like the clock when you're inbounding, like the 10-second clock trying to get a pass through there. It makes it's a very technical game, more than just physically draining, because it's so physically draining it becomes hard to really remember exactly what do you need to do then to adapt in the middle of the game, because that's what Brooklyn College has to do right now. They have to adapt while they're moving on the court, and why Alex Lang right now has to be giving as much information as possible about what they need to do, make halftime adjustments in the locker room. He would really love to have the score closer, then maybe they could have adjusted better. Now they just have to really push and get a big run, and they have to make almost no mistakes in the second half.
Yeah, I believe that he should really give them an earful, obviously, about the turnovers at the half. As we mentioned earlier, they have 14 turnovers, and in comparison to their 14 turnovers, only 7 assists. Now you look at FDU, they have 6 turnovers in the first half, 9 assists. Obviously doing a much better job than Brooklyn in all facets of this game.
Yeah, just up and down the stat sheet for FDU Forum. This is why they're the top team in the country. This is a completely different pace that Brooklyn College hasn't faced yet. And as we mentioned before, it's not like there's points thrown all across like a single player for the Devils.
Right.
They don't have a whole lot of scoring centered on a single player like you saw on Nicole Francomano early. They're just spreading it around. The top scorer, 12 points for Cara Dyron, but they have points scored around everywhere. Everyone except one single player, Quenisha Harris, has scored in the game. And you got 9 points for Shalette Brown, 9 points for Alyssa McDonough, 5 points for Sydney Clopton, 5 points for Daniel Legaloo. They're spreading the ball around. They're just finding out who's a player open, who's a shooter from there, and they'll make Brooklyn College pay with that. Like we said early, they have to find a way, the Bulldogs, to try to get a little pressure on it, because when you have this much scoring depth up and down your lineup, then it becomes a major issue defensively, like who you're going to cover. Because the Devils, they know who they have to cover. They have made their early adjustment. They know that passing-wise and dribbling-wise, Nicole Francomano is the key. They kind of shut her down after the first 5 minutes. And now if they can shut down completely Megan Campbell and Vanessa D'Ambrosi inside, how can Brooklyn College win at all?
I'm Adam Lockley, my broadcast partner Faraz Tour. We are 8 seconds away from the end of halftime, getting ready to start the second half. If you're just joining us, the FDU Devils lead the Brooklyn College Bulldogs 49-33. Just been total dominance, and I wouldn't be surprised if, for any reason, Coach Lang goes to a smaller lineup, better ball handlers to utilize this pressure.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. I still think Megan Campbell and Vanessa D'Ambrosi have to be in there because they use their size. But first things first, like you said, you got to have to handle the ball well. They need good dribblers. They need good passers. They need players who are smart there with the ball out there for Brooklyn College, because if they continue turning the ball over, this game's going to be done within a couple of minutes.
As Brooklyn College and FDU step onto the floor, we get ready to start the second half. Karen Mack to inbound at the midcourt logo. Karen Mack looking. Inbounds to Megan Campbell at the midcourt logo. Guarded by Kyra Dayon. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to Nicole Francomano. Nicole Francomano drives inside. Floater is up. Off the side rim, no good. Rebounded by Alicia Cox. Alicia Cox pushing the ball up court. Pressured by Francomano. Cox in the corner to Dayon for three. Air ball. Rebound fought for it. Offensive rebound FDU. To the corner, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay right here with the FDU Devils. 18 seconds on the shot clock for FDU. They'll take it out right here.
Like we said earlier about all the huge offensive rebound advantage for FDU Devils. You see it early. Number 14, Kara Dayon for the Devils. She gets the rebound. Second chance now for the Devils.
In the corner to number 14, Dayon. To her twin, Kyra Dayon. Kyra Dayon driving to her twin, Kyra Dayon. 5 on the shot clock to Kyra Dayon. To Shalette Brown, foul line jumper off the back rim, no good. Offensive rebound for FDU, so they'll get a fresh 30-second shot clock. To McDonough, to Shalette Brown. Shalette Brown double teamed to McDonough, to Alicia Cox. Alicia Cox fakes, drives inside on Campbell. Off the side of the backboard, no good. Offensive rebound, FDU for three. No good for Alyssa McDonough. It goes to Kyra Dayon. Back to Alyssa McDonough. Another offensive rebound for FDU. Crossover for McDonough. McDonough out top to Kyra Dayon. Kyra Dayon to Kyra Dayon to Shalette Brown in the post. Shalette Brown double teamed to McDonough. McDonough drives to Kyra Dayon. 9 on the shot clock to Shalette Brown. 7 on the shot clock. One dribble, foul line jumper off the back rim, no good. Rebounded finally by Karen Mack. Karen Mack to Nicole Francomano. Francomano pushing the ball up court. Francomano stops to D'Ambrosi for three. Rattles it in. A big shot by D'Ambrosi. Good start to the second half by Brooklyn College. 49-36 FDU to start the second half.
They need a jolt of energy, and that could have been a three from the corner from Vanessa D'Ambrosi. She's having a good game so far. They need to stop them defensively, though, and not let so many second chances for the Devils.
Out to Dayon to Legaloo. Legaloo guarded by Mack. Spins to the foul line. Outside to Dayon. Dayon for three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Nicole Francomano. Francomano pushing the ball up court. Up the court to Karen Mack. Karen Mack dribbles, stops. Out to D'Ambrosi, stolen away by Dayon. Dayon pushing the ball up court. Brooklyn College has 3 players back. And a foul on D'Ambrosi, a foolish foul, as Dayon did not have numbers. She should have just left it alone right there.
Yeah, pretty foolish right there. But the steal on the other end by Dayon, Kara Dayon. These players for FDU Devils, even though they're undersized by most standards, they are impressive. They are hungry for the ball. They'll go out there and lay it out and try to get a finger on it and try to tip it, and they steal the ball. They're very good at creating turnovers. Inbounds
pass to Legaloo. Legaloo to Kara Dayon. Kara Dayon back to Legaloo at the top of the key. Fakes, drives inside to Alicia Cox for three. It's good. And FDU now leads Brooklyn 52-36. 17 minutes, 25 seconds to go here in the second half. Up the court to D'Ambrosi, to Jacqueline Grosso. Grosso drives inside to Rima Mann. Knocked away by Alicia Cox out of bounds. We'll stay right here with the Brooklyn College Bulldogs. They'll take it out with 23 seconds on the shot clock.
Very fortunate for Rima Mann right there that it didn't end up with Kyra Dare on, because it was been another turnover, and a turnover low. She just lost handle of it. She couldn't handle the ball.
Grosso inbounds to Francomano. Francomano to Jacqueline Grosso. Jacqueline Grosso to Francomano. Francomano out top. Inside to Rima Mann. Mann to Megan Campbell. Fakes off the glass and in. Good interior passing by Rima Mann. 52-38 FDU. 17 minutes to go here in the first half.
Interior passing, that's exactly what they need. Megan Campbell going from the outside, about 5 feet away, fade away. That's an easy shot for her. No one in front of her face, basically, using her size to her advantage.
Legaloo out top, over the head of Brown. It goes out of bounds. Brooklyn College will get the ball back. 16 minutes, 47 seconds to go here in the first half. 52-38 FDU. Francomano will inbound. Up the court to D'Ambrosi at the midcourt logo. D'Ambrosi guarded by Dayon. D'Ambrosi to Francomano, guarded by Cox. Inside to Megan Campbell. Turns inside to Francomano. Off her foot, out of bounds. And we'll stay right here with Brooklyn College to get the ball back with 21 seconds to go here on the shot clock.
Megan Campbell, she had two players up against her. She might have been able to take the shot herself, but the better shot was coming around from Vanessa D'Ambrosi. She just wasn't ready for it. You have to be ready for it and be very clean in this game. It could have been a very good opportunity to score and make it 52-40. Instead, it's 52-38 now.
Francomano stops, pull-up jumper off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by Shalette Brown. Up the court to Dayon. Dayon stops, pulls it back. Inside to Legaloo. Legaloo guarded closely by D'Ambrosi. Out to Cox. Cox drives inside, lays it up, air ball. Offensive rebound. Brown lays it up and in, and she just muscled her way up. FDU now leads Brooklyn 54-38. 16 minutes to go here in the first half. Francomano guarded closely by Cox. She gets away from her. Inside, stolen away by Brown. Brown pushing the ball up court. Brown to the three-point line. Inside to Legaloo. Lays it up off the glass. No. Rebounded by Brown. Brown outside to Cox. Fakes a three. Outside to Dayon. Dayon for three. Off the side rim. No good. Rebounded by Megan Campbell. Megan Campbell dribble. Gets it to Nicole Francomano. Francomano up the court to Mann. Wide open for the layup. Lays it up and in. A rare wide open layup for Brooklyn College. 54-40. Right back is Dayon. Dayon spins. Stops. Outside to her twin, Cara Dayon, to Legaloo, and she'll slow down this fast-paced offense.
They just need a break right now. There's almost nonstop the past minute and a half right now. Now you're looking at a 14-point game.
Inside to Brown. Brown, 7 on the shot clock. Has it knocked away, gets it back. 5 on the shot clock. To Legaloo, 3 on the shot clock. To Brown, 1 on the shot clock. Did they get it off in time? Yes, they did. As Brown hit the shot at the horn, as Coach Alex Lang is furious. He thought that should have been a 30-second shot clock violation, and I might agree with him. I thought that was a shot clock violation.
I agree with you, too. It looked like it was still in her hand as she was going up to shoot it as the buzzer went off. That looked like a 30-second violation from here, but at the moment, it hasn't actually gone up on the scoreboard. Now it has.
Now it has. Oh, man. And if for any reason this game goes down to the wire, you can look at that as the shot clock was running down. It was still in the hands of Shalette Brown. She took the shot, and unfortunately, we don't have the luxury of instant replay, but I thought that was a 30-second shot clock violation. Coach Alex Lang raced to the midcourt logo to argue with the referee, but the basket counts, it appears, and now as we have a timeout, FDU leads Brooklyn College 56-40. 15 minutes, 4 seconds to go here in the second half.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, Adam, Alex Lang, head coach of the Brooklyn College Bulldogs, he has a lot more to worry about than calls, because right now the calling has been fine on the court. Not many fouls. You see right now just 1 foul to Brooklyn to 0 for FDU Forum right now in the second half. That was the only controversial call, I'd say, in the game so far. Yeah. Very little, despite being very physical, not a whole lot of fouls. And, you know, they just need to play a lot better defense right now. A lot of second chances for the Devils.
As we get our stats here, it shows how fast-paced this second half is, as FDU is shooting a woeful 3 out of 12, 25% to start the second half. And the pressure is still bothering Brooklyn as they only have 5 shot attempts to start the second half.
They're shooting 3 out of 12, but they still got 7 points so far just because of all the offensive rebounds. They have players ready to help them out then. Brooklyn College has players as well, but they're not getting many opportunities to even get inside penetration.
Frank Amano will inbound. Gabby Lane checks in for Brooklyn. Asia Foster will get a rest. Inbound to Megan Campbell. Campbell to Jacqueline Grasso. Grasso in trouble. They still have not got it past half court. They get it past half court to Megan Campbell. Way outside. Drives. Lays it up off the glass and in. A little double clutch by Megan Campbell. Showing off her inner guard skills. 56-42 FDU as they have the ball right here. Number 4, McDonough has the ball to Dayon. Dayon has it stolen away by Megan Campbell. Up the court to Nicole Francomano. Has it knocked out of bounds. Will stay right here with the Brooklyn College Bulldogs. So will get the ball with 27 seconds to go here on the shot clock.
Megan Campbell really needed to hold on to the ball. Nicole Francomano got it from Megan Campbell with the steal. The Megan Campbell show so far is 16 points.
And the three-pointer is missed by Jacqueline Grasso. Offensive rebound, Brooklyn. Shanderson layup, no good, but she is fouled. She will get 2 free throws. Good aggressive play by Sarah Shanderson. That is her second offensive rebound in the paint in this game.
I think she can really help out just to stop the clock, get to the free throw line, draw fouls. She's smaller. She's going to get more fouls when she's going up there, up in front of the net, and they need to stop the clock and get some breathing time.
Free throw is up and good for Sarah Shanderson. FDU leading Brooklyn 56-43, 14 minutes, 27 seconds to go here in the second half. And Shanderson will get set for the second free throw. Free throw is up and good. FDU now leads Brooklyn 56-44 as Dayon is pushing the ball up the court. She stops, gets it to the corner to Lively. Lively to McDonough, to to Thompson. She misses the jumper. Pushing the ball up the court is Francomano. Francomano pushing. Stops at the foul line to Grasso. Wide open corner 3. Off the side rim, no good. Rebounded by Nicole Francomano. Francomano drives inside. A little floater. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound Campbell. And we have a foul on the rebound. It's going to be called against FDU. Brooklyn College will take the ball out.
On the previous play, though, Nicole Francomano going for a 10-foot teardrop. A pretty easy shot. I don't want to say easy, but it's a pretty makeable shot most of the time. Nicole Francomano has missed at least her last 5 shots. Nicole Francomano, after a really hot start, has not shooting the ball well. She's had plenty of opportunities to do so. This could be maybe an 11-point game so far if she hits her shots.
As Asia Foster and D'Ambrosi check in for Brooklyn. Shanderson looking to inbound, gets it to Nicole Francomano. Francomano to Shanderson. A corner catch and shoot 3. Air ball. And it's knocked out of bounds, so it'll go back over to the FDU Devils. 56-44 FDU. 13 minutes, 52 seconds to go here in the second half. The inbounds pass goes to McDonough. McDonough slowly setting up this offense. McDonough gets the ball to Lively. Lively to Brown. Gets it to the baseline to Thompson. Thompson outside to McDonough to Lively. 3 is blocked by Elaine, and Shanderson comes up with it. Shanderson pushing the ball up the court. Shanderson drives, has it knocked out of bounds. And referee's trying to think about what to do. And we have a possession arrow, it appears. It was a possession arrow, and the ball go over to the FDU Devils. A very awkward play right there, as they'll get the ball back with 13 minutes, 26 seconds to go here in the second half.
Yeah, just a little bit of a scrum near the touchline, and not sure from this angle who it exactly went off of, but the referees apparently went off of Brooklyn last.
McDonough to Lively. Lively to Thompson. Back to McDonough to Dayon. Dayon back to McDonough to Thompson. Thompson drives, missed the layup. Rebounded by Vanessa D'Ambrosi. D'Ambrosi to Nicole Francomano. Francomano pushing the ball up the court. Francomano goes behind her back. Francomano pulls it back out. 20 on the shot clock. Brooklyn College trails by 12. Francomano, guarded by Lively, crosses over to the foul line. Spins, still dribbling. Off the glass, no. Rebounded by D'Ambrosi. D'Ambrosi lays it up. Missed the layup. Rebound fought for. Nicole Francomano comes up with a new 30 for Brooklyn to D'Ambrosi at the left wing. D'Ambrosi inside to Gabby Lane. Lane 1 dribble off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Shanderson. Shanderson fighting. And we have a possession arrow. And we'll stay right here with the Brooklyn College Bulldogs. Good effort by Shanderson as an FDU player was hit in the face. That was number 24, Quenisha Harris. As Brooklyn College will take the ball out, they'll have 20 seconds here on the shot clock. Shanderson will inbound. as Kyra Dayon will check in for Quenisha Harris, and Cara Dayon will sit, her twin, will get a rest as Brooklyn College will inbound with 20 on the shot clock. Shanderson looking, still looking, gets it to Asia Foster. Asia Foster to Nicole Francomano. Nicole Francomano with the left wing. Francomano setting up this offense. Francomano with the midcourt logo. Francomano crosses over to the left, pulls it back out, gets it to D'Ambrosi, lays it up, and she's stripped and she's fouled. She will get 2 foul shot attempts.
Looked like it might have been a charge there, but Silver looks like they're calling it against the Devils right now. Defensive foul. D'Ambrosi going to go to the free throw line, get 2 shots, try to make this a 10-point game.
As Megan Campbell and Chrissy Hayer will check in. Christina Hayer, her first appearance of this game, as D'Ambrosi will get 2 free throw attempts. 56-44 FDU, 12 minutes, 18 seconds to go here in the second half.
Crucial free throws mentally to try to make this a 10-point game. 12-18, you still have plenty of time for the Bulldogs, but you want to be clean at the free throw line. They have been pretty good so far, but to try to make this after what looked like a disastrous end of the first half and not too good couple minutes to start off the second half, to get these free throws and make it a 10-point game would be good for the morale.
As the first free throw was in and out, no good for D'Ambrosi, the last thing these Lady Bulldogs needed. As D'Ambrosi will get another free throw. Takes a couple dribbles, free throw is up. In and out, no good. Asia Foster fights for the rebound. D'Ambrosi comes up with it. D'Ambrosi pulls it out to Asia Foster. To D'Ambrosi, a high pass. Chrissy Hayer comes up with it. Hayer out top, 19 seconds on the shot clock. Christina Hayer, guarded by the much taller Kyra Dayon, gets it to Nicole Francomano. Francomano crosses over. Floater is up, and it's good. Good in and out dribble by Nicole Francomano. Brooklyn College now trails by 10. Gets it to Dayon. Dayon pulls it out. Gets it to McDonough. Gets it to Lively. Lively driving inside. Gets it to Dayon. Outside to McDonough. McDonough gets it to Lively. Lively gets it to number 3, Brown. One dribble. Jumper is up and in. A big jump shot by Brown as FDU takes a 12-point lead. 11 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the second half.
Pretty shot by Shalette Brown right there. Little sidestep. 15-point shot, lays it, goes through easily. Textbook shot by Shalette Brown.
As D'Ambrosi takes advantage and lays the ball up and in, the lead is right back down to 10. FDU leads Brooklyn. 11 minutes, 12 seconds to go here in the second half. McDonough out top, guarded by Hayer, setting up the offense. Gets it to Dayon. Dayon to McDonough. McDonough, one dribble. Outside to Lively. Lively driving. Baseline, no good, but she is fouled. She will get 2 free throws. As the foul, I believe, is on Megan Campbell. Yep, Megan Campbell. That is Megan Campbell's first personal foul. Very good for Brooklyn as she has 16 points leading them.
Clean game on the fouls for Brooklyn. Just their second foul of the half. It's a 3 for the Devils right now. Now Devils go to the free throw line. First one made.
First free throw is made by Lively. Lively has 3 points. Lively gets set for the second free throw. It is up and good. FDU leads Brooklyn 60-48. 11 minutes to go here in the second half. Nicole Francomano gets the ball to Vanessa D'Ambrosi. Gets it to Hayer. Wide open 3. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound fought for. Coming up with it is Brown. Brown gets the ball to Dayon. Dayon pushing the ball up the court. Dayon picks up a dribble, gets it to McDonough, gets it to Lively. Lively one dribble, pulls up for the jumper, off the front rim, no good. Rebound tap right back to Lively. Lively gets the ball to McDonough, a new 30 for FDU. Gets the ball to Brown, Brown to Dayon. Inside to Thompson, the jumper off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by D'Ambrosi. D'Ambrosi pushing the ball up court. D'Ambrosi crosses over to the foul line, stolen away by Dayon. Dayon dribbling the ball up the court, pushing it up the court. Dribbling, picks up her dribble, gets it to McDonough. McDonough driving inside, off the glass, no, but she is fouled. Another foul on Megan Campbell as McDonough, will get 2 free throws.
Fast pace. Looking at it right here for the Devils right now. Scoring 60 points right now. It's still manageable for the Bulldogs right now. If you look at it statistically, the Devils, they usually outscore their opponents on average by almost 25 points. They're still making this very manageable at the moment.
First free throw is up for McDonough. And good. FDU leads Brooklyn 61-48 as Gabby Lane and Karen Mack and Jacqueline Grosso will check in for Asia Foster, Chrissy Hayer, and I believe Nicole Francomano. So 3 new bodies in for Brooklyn College as McDonough will get one more free throw.
Yeah, Nicole Francomano just putting a lot of effort right now. She gets more of her shots, though, when she comes back. Maybe she needs a little breather and needs to take a little mental break because
the second free throw is good for McDonough, and as the ball is inbounded, we have a blocking foul on Lively as she put a lot of pressure on Jacqueline Grasso. Brooklyn College will get the ball back. They'll inbound with 29 on the shot clock. 62-48 FDU. 10 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in the second half. As Jacqueline Grasso will inbound the basketball. She gets set to inbound. She gets the ball to Megan Campbell. Megan Campbell to Karen Mack. Back to Megan Campbell. Megan Campbell dribbling up the court to Jacqueline Grasso. Grasso over the head of Gabby Lane. Out of bounds. The ball go right back over to the FDU Devils. A turnover that was not needed. McDonough to number 13, Legaloo. Back to McDonough. McDonough to Dayon. Dayon back to McDonough. McDonough to Dayon for 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, fought for, and Brown takes it away from Campbell. Gets it to McDonough. McDonough to Legaloo, wide open 3! Rolls in, and now FDU leads Brooklyn 65-48. They are now in a 7-0 run.
17-point lead, the largest of the game right now.
The ball passed to Karen Mack is knocked out of bounds by Shalette Brown. Brooklyn College will take the ball out of bounds with 25 seconds on the shot clock as Nicole Francomano will check right back into the game for Vanessa D'Ambrosi. She gets a very short rest.
She has to at this point. It's getting a little out of hand. They've got a little under 10 minutes to go. They need to get points now. Make this closer to 10 points. Otherwise, if this keeps up for another couple minutes, it's over.
Karen Mack out top, guarded by McDonough. 14 seconds on the shot clock to Jacqueline Grasso. Jacqueline Grasso out top to Nicole Francomano. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 7 on the shot clock. Francomano has to make a decision. 5 on the shot clock. 4 on the shot clock. Francomano still dribbling. Oh, she got it to Karen Mack, but she bobbled the ball, and we have a shot clock violation. That would have been a wide open 3 for Karen Mack, but she bobbled the ball, and it's yet another turnover for the Brooklyn College Bulldogs.
Karen Mack not getting a lot of perimeter shot opportunities, but when you get it in this game, in this kind of deficit against this type of defense that feeds on mistakes, Karen Mack needed to be ready. She wasn't and went off her hand.
McDonough a wide open 3, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Nicole Francomano. Francomano in trouble, cannot get it past half court. 25 on the shot clock. Gets it to Elaine, stolen away. Coming up with it is Legaloo, gets it to Shalette Brown. Shalette Brown back to Legaloo behind the three-point line, drives baseline over Megan Campbell, lays it up and in, and it is now a 9-0 run for FDU as they now lead Brooklyn College by a commanding advantage, 67-48. 8 minutes, 33 seconds to go here in the second half. As I mentioned, they're on a 9-0 run.
FDU Forum smelled blood in the last couple of minutes. Brooklyn College looked sloppy out there. They looked a little tired. Then you saw it in the last couple seconds before the timeout, before they scored again, putting more pressure back on. They let up a little bit actually on the pressure on terms of trying to prevent Brooklyn College even getting the ball past half court. Now they did it. 3 defenders against Nicole Francomano, just trying to get it out to Karen Mack and get it into the front court to try to set up an offensive play. Could not. It ended up being a turnover. And FDU Forum, if they smell blood right now, which I really think they do, then they're going to bring out even more pressure to prevent Brooklyn College from even getting it past half court.
I'm Adam Lockley, my broadcast partner for Roz Tour, Mark Alkin on the board operator, and Brooklyn College missing some easy opportunities as they trail by 19. Balls back in play to Megan Campbell, to Nicole Francomano. Still can't get it past half court to Megan Campbell, to Jacqueline Grasso. Still in the back courts to Nicole Francomano. Gets it past the midcourt local just in time. In trouble, being double-teamed in the corner, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Brooklyn College will get the ball back as already 13 seconds have come off the shot clock. Brooklyn will take it out with 17 seconds on the shot clock. Grasso will inbound. Grasso looking, still looking to Nicole Francomano in the backcourt. Guarded by number 13, Legaloo, driving up the court. Inside to Elaine. Elaine lays it up. Misses a wide open layup. Rebounded by Brown. Brown gets to Dayon. Dayon pushing the ball up court. Gets it to McDonough. McDonough drives baseline. McDonough off the glass. No. Rebounded by Megan Campbell. Fight for the rebound. We have a possession arrow. And it's a jump ball. What's the decision? Referees will say we'll stay right here. FDU will take the ball out. No, actually, Brooklyn College will get possession with 30 seconds on the shot clock. Nicole Francomano will take it out as Alicia Cox checks in for McDonough. 67-48 FDU, just under 8 minutes to go here in the second half. Nicole Francomano to Jacqueline Grosso in the backcourt. Grosso to Megan Campbell. Megan Campbell in trouble. Jacqueline Grosso still in the backcourt to Nicole Francomano, and it's stolen away by Cox. Cox to McDonough, who lays it up and in, and now FDU is up by a commanding 21-point advantage. That was by Legaloo, Legaloo made the layup, and they are now in an 11-0 run as Coach Alex Lang wants yet another timeout. This is a full timeout. As I just mentioned, 69-48. And the story of this game has been FDU dominating this game because of points off turnovers.
Fast break right there, forced over. I think it was Chillette Brown against Nicole Francomano, just poking it out. Pretty aggressive play, but it's been working out for the Devils so far. Not worrying about how they might be caught on the break defensively. They get it over. They're very efficient when they go after the ball, going after the steals, and then they get it out to Danielle Legaloo going on the right. She goes up against the inside penetration. Her body going to stretch her out across the net, and then floating it in for the layup. Now it's 69-48. FDU Florham leads Brooklyn College, 7:41 to go.
As I mentioned, points off turnovers. Brooklyn College, 22 turnovers in this game, and FDU is almost at their average. As we mentioned at the top of this show, FDU averages opponents average 27 turnovers. They force 27 turnovers a game, and Brooklyn's already at 22 turnovers right now. 7 minutes, 41 seconds to go here in the second half.
Huge discrepancy in turnovers. FDU Florham only has 8 turnovers compared to Brooklyn College's 22. Brooklyn College, they can't even try to force turnovers right now because if they try to be that aggressive, they'll lose defensively.
Speaking of turnovers, as they inbounded, the pressure forces yet another turnover for Brooklyn College. That's 23 turnovers for Brooklyn. As FDU will get the ball back, gets the ball to Alicia Cox, gets it to Thompson. Thompson inside to Brown. Brown dribbles, lays it up and in, and FDU is putting a pounding on Brooklyn College, leading 71-48, a 13-0 run.
Very tough shot for Chillette Brown against 3 defenders. She puts it up inside. Did not have a big disadvantage defensively. Brooklyn College did not have a big size advantage defensively. Chillette Brown, one of the bigger players on FDU Florham. She's as big as 5'10". She floats it up, gets the layup right in front of the net.
So the ball is inbounded to Megan Campbell, back to Nicole Francomano. Francomano at the left wing, gets to Megan Campbell, baseline jumper off the side rim, no good. Rebounded by Alicia Cox. Alicia Cox pushing the ball up the court. Alicia Cox gets it to Dayon, takes a 3. It's good, and they just will not stop scoring. FDU leads 74-48. They're on a 16-0 run. Nicole Francomano gets it to the foul line, floats it up from the foul line, and she finally ends this 16-0 run. 74-50 FDU. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the second half.
Kara Dayon, the three-point sniper in this game. I think she's only missed a single three-point shot. She hasn't taken many, but she's been very efficient. Now she's looking at 15 points, 17 as well for number 3 for Devils. Chillette Brown. They cannot handle this depth of scoring for the Devils.
Driving inside is Legaloo, 7 on the shot clock, stolen away by Hayer. Gets it up the court to Francomano. Francomano pushing up court, lays it up, rejected by Brown. Coach Lang wanted a foul. Dayon instead pushing the ball up the court. Dayon stops. Dayon picks up her dribble. Gets it to Brown. Gets it to Cox. Cox thought about a 3. Pulls it out. Now she shoots a 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by D'Ambrosi. D'Ambrosi picks up her dribble to Megan Campbell, to Chrissy Hayer. Chrissy Hayer to Nicole Francomano. Francomano pushing it up. Has it blocked out of bounds? No, blocked. Fighting for the rebound. Who has it? Alicia Cox comes up with it. Alicia Cox of FDU pushing the ball up the court. Alicia Cox stops. Has it. She's in trouble. And throws it to Legaloo as they'll slow down this offense. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Legaloo will use the clock. Gets it to Alicia Cox. Alicia Cox gets it to Thompson. Thompson inside. Passes it outside to Legaloo. 4 on the shot clock. And we have a foul on Chrissy Hayer as the shot clock was down to 3. A very punch-in-the-stomach foul. as we have a substitution. Rima Mann and Shanderson and Jacqueline Grosso will check in for Frank Amano, D'Ambrosi, and Megan Campbell.
3 stars for Brooklyn comes out. 24-point game, 5:21 to go. Alex Lang basically throwing the white flag. And this is the problem, though, when you push it down offensively like this against such high pace. You feel physically drained out there.
Legaloo gets the ball to Harris. Harris lays it up, no good. Offensive rebound, Brown. She's been relentless. She lays it up and in. And FDU putting a scourging on Brooklyn, 76-50. 5 minutes to go here in the game. And the ball is stolen away by Clopton. Gets it to Cox. The ball is knocked out of bounds. Will stay right here. FDU will keep the ball with 27 seconds to go on the shot clock. 4 minutes, 56 seconds to go here in the game.
The pressure still won't let up from the Devils, even up 26 points.
Inbound to Shalette Brown. Jumper off the front rim. Rebounded by Asia Foster. Asia Foster in trouble. And we have a foul on Quenisha Harris. Quenisha Harris, that would be her first personal. The team's 5th foul this half. Only 5 fouls this half. And we've played almost 16 minutes. So that's a definition of good defense with no fouling.
Very clean defense, very textbook for the Devils. It's very interesting when you see a team try to steal the ball this much. They often commit a lot of fouls. No, that's not the Devils at all, though. They're very clean at it. They're very efficient. They're like thieves out there.
76-50 FDU. 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go here in the game. Jacqueline Grosso gets it to Mann. Stolen away by Harris. Coming up with it is Brown. Brown gets it to number 3. That was number 3, Legaloo, and she hits a jumper, and it is now 78-50 FDU. Jacqueline Grosso in the backcourt in trouble. Hayer out top. Hayer still in trouble. Still hasn't gotten it past half court. Now she does. She drives inside. The ball is knocked out of bounds, as we'll stay right here. 78-50 FDU. Brooklyn College will take it out. No, we have a foul actually on Quenisha Harris, as she played really aggressive defense, as Chrissy Hayer will get 2 free throws. 78-50 FDU. 4 minutes, 21 seconds to go here in the second half.
High passing for Brooklyn College not working out in this game.
Chrissy Hayer misses the first free throw badly, as Tiffany Ruiz will check into the ball game for Sarah Shanderson. Megan Campbell will check in for Rima Mann. And D'Ambrosi will check into this game as well. As I mentioned, 78-50 FDU. 4:21 to go here in the second half, as Hayer will get 1 more free throw. Second free throw is up. Off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Quenisha Harris. Harris gets the ball to number 1. Dayon gets the ball outside for 3. No good. And the ball sails out of bounds. And it'll go over to the Brooklyn College Bulldogs. 78-50 FDU. 4 minutes, 6 seconds to go here in the game, as Hayer will inbound to Nicole Francomano. Francomano dribbling it up the court. Still can't get past half court, as FDU will not let up, even though they lead by 28 points. It's stolen away, and it goes up the court to Legaloo. Legaloo off the glass, and no good. Rebound fought for. Tiffany Ruiz comes up with it. Nicole Francomano pushing the ball up the court. Francomano to the foul line. Lays it up. Blocked out of bounds by Brown. And the ball will stay right here with Brooklyn College. They'll take the ball out with 23 seconds to go on the shot clock. 3 minutes, 44 seconds to go in the game, as FDU leads Brooklyn College by 28 points.
Pretty interesting. Nicole Francomano, Vanessa D'Ambrosi, and Megan Campbell all still in the game.
A 3-pointer for Chrissy Hayer, as the lead is cut to 25. 78-53 FDU. Coming up on 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the game. Legaloo slowly setting up this offense. Legaloo to Cox. Cox to Brown. Brown in the corner, guarded by D'Ambrosi. To Legaloo. To Clopton in the corner. To Cox for 3. Off the top of the backboard, no good. Rebounded by D'Ambrosi. D'Ambrosi to Nicole Francomano. Francomano pushing the ball up court. Gets the ball to Hayer for 3. Off the corner of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Harris. Harris gets the ball to Brown. Brown to Legaloo. Legaloo gets the ball to Clopton. Clopton out top. Legaloo for 3. Off the back rib, no good. Fight for the rebound. Brown comes up with it. Out to Legaloo. And we have a timeout called by Coach Mark Mitchell, as FDU will have the ball back with 27 seconds on the shot clock, 2:49 to go in the game. They lead Brooklyn by a commanding margin, 78-53.
Devils really not letting up the pressure at all, honestly. Downstairs, they had this game locked up basically 5 minutes ago. They still have plenty of starters out there. They still have plenty.
As we will throw it over to our board operator, Mark Alkin. And what has stood out to you, Mark?
Hey guys, Mark Alkin. I gotta say, this game has definitely come down to one thing, and it's been turnovers, and got the numbers here, and wow, unprecedented. Brooklyn, they've turned it over 26 times tonight, and a lot of that has got to give some credit to Florida Fairleigh Dickinson there. They've played high-pressure defense all night. It's been a track meet, and unfortunately, the ladies tonight, they just haven't been able to keep up. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Mark. We appreciate it.
I have to agree completely. This is a different type of defense Brooklyn College has faced. Obviously, the pressure is, they figure there'd be a lot of turnovers, but I wonder if they saw film on the Devils, if they seen that they're really aggressive, trying to steal the ball all the time. It's like they have 5 point guards out there all trying to steal the ball. For the Devils, really a lot of pressure, and it comes out of their defense. Because offensively, they're getting all these chances because their defense is forcing all these turnovers, getting a lot of breaks.
As Clopton will inbound the basketball. Clopton inbounds to Legaloo. Legaloo back to Clopton. Clopton back to Legaloo. Back to Clopton. Back to Thompson. Thompson to Legaloo. Legaloo gets it to Cox. Cox gets it to Clopton for 3. Rattles out. Offensive rebound by Brown. She's been relentless all night on the offensive glass. Out top to Legaloo. Gets it to Harris. Harris back to Legaloo to Cox. Cox back to Legaloo. Back to Cox. Cox to Brown in the corner. Gets it back to Legaloo. Legaloo driving. Gets it to... It's a three-pointer for number 5 Clopton. Sydney Clopton, it's a 3. And FDU continues to score, leading 81-53 with 2 minutes to go here in the game. Gets it to Hayer. Hayer to Tiffany Ruiz inside. She is tied up and fouled. There's a foul on FDU. Foul is on number 3 is on. Foul is on Shalette Brown. It is her second personal foul. Shalette Brown, by the way, with 19 points and 19 rebounds. 19 rebounds for Shalette Brown, 12 offensive rebounds, as Tiffany Ruiz will get 2 free throws.
That's pretty unheard of when you look at these games, but that's how it's been going. Shalette Brown all over the court. First
free throw is up and good. First free throw is good on a 1-and-1 as FDU is in the bonus. First free throw is up and good. 81-54 FDU. Just under 2 minutes to go here in this game. Second free throw for Ruiz is up and good. 81-55 FDU. 1:59 to go here in the second half as we have a timeout here. 81-55, and I would like to talk more about the ridiculous double-double for Shalette Brown. 19 points, 19 rebounds, 12 offensive rebounds were really surprises me right here. It's really amazing here in this game as FDU has not out-rebounded Brooklyn by much, 43-40, but 23 offensive rebounds is really part of the difference.
Yeah, it's been a complete full-court game from Shalette Brown. You hear some teams talk, some analysts and some people talk about certain teams as being half-court teams. That is not the FDU Devils. They are a complete full-court team. They'll play on every inch of it. And Shalette Brown all over the place. She gets in front of the net. She cleans up. That's why she has 12 offensive rebounds. May not be a whole lot of... She's having the most scoring, obviously, for 19 points, but they spread out the scoring for them. It's just when it comes to offensive rebounding today, Shalette Brown has killed the Bulldogs.
And we have a blocking foul on Chrissy Hayer as Legaloo drove to the basket. It is their 5th team foul. It's Chrissy Hayer's second personal foul. As Legaloo will inbound the basketball. Danielle Legaloo gets set to inbound. Inbounds pass goes to Cox. Cox guarded by Tiffany Ruiz. Cox to the midcourt logo. Cox pressuring Ruiz. Being pressured by Ruiz, excuse me. guarded by Nicole Francomano. Back to Cox, 17 on the shot clock. Cox guarded by Ruiz. 12 on the shot clock at the midcourt logo. Cox drives, knocked away, stolen away by Chrissy Hayer. Chrissy Hayer pushing the ball up the court. Chrissy Hayer to the foul line to Megan Campbell, and she is tied up and fouled by Sydney Clopton. Megan Campbell will get 2 free throws. Actually, it would be a 1-and-1, excuse me, as that is their 8th team foul.
Racked up a good number of fouls in the second half. They had almost none in the first half. Now they've got 8.
As we have a substitution, Brianna Maresca will check in for Vanessa D'Ambrosi. Brianna Maresca out of Midwood High School. Megan Campbell will get 2 free throws as she gets set. First free throw is up. And good, as she will get another free throw as she hits the front end of a 1-and-1. 81-56 FDU. A minute 8 to go here in the game.
You're looking at it for Brooklyn College, 36 points off of turnovers. If you were wondering, that has been pretty much a difference in the game right now. You're looking at a 24-point game, 36 points off of turnovers for the Devils. That is a huge number. You basically never win, Adam, when you give up that many points off of turnovers.
You have Cox at the midcourt logo, gets to Legaloo. Legaloo guarded by Francomano. Francomano steals the ball. Francomano pushing the ball up court to Tiffany Ruiz. Tiffany Ruiz to Francomano, goes into the hands of Megan Campbell. Campbell has it blocked, gets it back, lays it up and in. And the lead is now 81-59 with 40 seconds to go here in this game. As Legaloo pushes it up the court, picks up her dribble. Being pressured by Francomano and Hayer, we have a possession arrow. And we'll stay right here with the FDU Devils. They'll get the ball back with 23 seconds on the shot clock. 32.88 seconds to go here in the game. As Legaloo will inbound the basketball. Inbound pass goes to Cox. Cox guarded by Tiffany Ruiz at the midcourt logo. Cox just slowly dribbling this basketball as this game is near the end. 12 on the shot clock. Cox dribbling the basketball. 8 on the shot clock. 17 on the game clock. Cox driving inside. Outside to Harris. Harris takes one dribble. Baseline jumper is up. No good. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. We'll stay right here with the FDU Devils. And in all actuality, they'll dribble the ball out as there is no shot clock. 8.8 to go here in the game. Inbounds pass goes to Cox. Knocked out of bounds by Ruiz as 0.6 of a second goes off the clock. 8.2 seconds to go here in the game. 81-59 FDU. Brooklyn College's 6-game winning streak will come to a close, and FDU will improve to an impressive 13 wins and no losses. As the inbounds pass goes to Cox. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there is the buzzer as an outstanding performance by FDU. They win the game by a final score of 81-59 as Brooklyn College had a good start in the first 2-3 minutes of this game. They jumped out to a 9-4 lead. And then after Nicole Francomano had a few shots in penetration, Coach Mark Mitchell of FDU said, that's it. We're going to start pressuring them full court. And since then, this game has been pretty one-sided as Brooklyn College turned the ball over 26 times. FDU turned the ball over only 9 times.
Not even close in the second half. Brooklyn College really needed to make serious adjustments at halftime. It ends up being what was a 49-33 game at halftime and ends up finishing 81-59. They got almost 40 points for my math is way off here, but it's 28 points by I think it's 38 points for FDU Florham in the second half, completely outscoring the Bulldogs. Bulldogs getting just 26 points in the second half. 36 points off of turnovers tells you the whole story. Adam, this is like a movie because it went completely to the script. We came in talking about turnovers for the Brooklyn Colleges being the main key, and we've got Mark Alkin right here. He's going to talk to captain of the Bulldogs, Nicole Francomano, in just a second here, get her take on the game.
Yes, he will do it right now in a few minutes as he gets set to take the microphone.
Mark Alkin.
Mark Alkin here with Nicole Francomano. Nicole, tough way to go out tonight. Anything you guys, and I noticed there's definitely a difficulty in dealing with the press. Anything you guys are going to do in practice perhaps to, drill for when you guys do face that kind of full court pressure for the next time out?
I think we went over it pretty well in practice yesterday, and we know what we have to do. I think it was just a lack of being aggressive from certain positions that led to the turnovers.
True enough. Anyway, after a game like this, I know these guys are number one in the land, so what do you guys have to do to, rebound for the next time out?
I think we need to just keep doing what we're doing, working hard, playing together. Even though we lost by a lot tonight, I think this game showed us that we could play with anybody.
All right. Good luck, Nicole. Thanks. Nicole Francomano. Now, I'm here again with Coach. Coach, tough way to go out tonight. I mean, they had 36 points. Fairleigh Dickinson had 36 points off turnovers. Is there any adjustments you guys are going to make for the next time out to maybe deal with that kind of pressure defense that you guys saw tonight?
Well, we won't see pressure like that unless we face them again in the NCAA tournament, because nobody we play really pressures like that. However, with that being said, we still have to take better care of the basketball. I think fatigue caught up to us a little bit at times today, as well as just poor decision-making and sloppy cuts at times. Just got to get a little bit better communication. We'll work on it in practice, I'm sure, and we'll get better.
Is there any point where you guys, maybe, because it definitely turned into quite a track meet out there, very high tempo. Did you guys ever think about going small for the lineup at any point in the game?
We thought about it, yeah, and we did at times. We put Vanessa at the 4 sometimes. That's about as small as we want to go, especially with that girl number 3 grabbing rebounds over everybody, man. She's a beast. Megan was playing real well. We tried some different things. I mean, obviously, whenever you lose, you think you could do some things differently, but we'll be ready for our next game on Saturday.
Good luck, Coach. Definitely a tough game tonight. This was number one. This team was definitely not number one by accident, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Mark.
And this defense of FDU really as good as advertised. As we saw on the statistics, was not a lie. 27 turnovers opponents average against them. And also, they average 16 steals per game. They top that number tonight with 18 steals, even more impressive.
Yeah, Adam, I've seen the Bulldogs play against some pretty big competition in big tournaments against Baruch College and Hunter College and ECAC tournaments and stuff like that. Never have they ever faced a team like this. There's a reason this is the number one team in women's basketball in Division III, number one team in the country. This is just, they were outclassed. This was a much better team. It started off nicely, obviously, in the 7-0 run. They had a lead early, but this is a very well-coached team. Saw it with FDU Devils, their head coach Mark Mitchell. Like you said, he saw the early issue with Nicole Francomano really out-dribbling the Devils, and he closed her out. She had no real impact after that. It would have helped, obviously, if she made more of her shots, but the biggest problem was just the turnovers, offensive rebounds. Shalette Brown had a huge day. This was just a team that coached very well. They didn't have to make many adjustments because Brooklyn College had no answer for them. I really thought the inside penetration would have helped for Brooklyn College at halftime. It would have obviously been some amazing comeback, but they just weren't able to do it. Too much pressure, and would it have helped if they got more big players out there? I'm not sure. I think it was just they were outclassed today. Yeah,
Shalette Brown of FDU with just some amazing numbers. She stuffed the stat sheet tonight. 19 points, 19 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 5 steals.
You want to call that an MVP of a game? That's a pretty easy call right there, Adam.
I mean, she was just so aggressive tonight, just grabbing the rebounds with all her might, all her athleticism. And it's back to the drawing board for Brooklyn College. They take on the Baruch Bearcats, a team that they've struggled against in the regular season and in tournament play in the last 3-4 years. So they have a lot to work on as they take on Baruch this Saturday, just 2 days to prepare for them.
Yeah, they really have to mentally and physically turn it around very quickly, which is why I thought Alex Lang might have taken out more of his starters earlier. Nicole Francomano, Megan Campbell, Vanessa D'Ambrosi, they're 3 of their best players, arguably their best players. He had them playing until the very end. A little bit strange because they've only had 2 days until the Bearcat game. That's the CUNY game, a very crucial game right there. Short rest after this, and physically a very draining game after the high pace. They need to turn around very quickly, physically and mentally, and just try to dial it back and not feel too badly about this because Brew College, Adam, they're not going to be this kind of defensive threat.
Yeah. So that pretty much wraps it up for tonight. Brooklyn College falls to FDU. Their 6-game winning streak is over. They lose 81-59. I'm Adam Lockley, my broadcast partner Faraz Tour and Mark Alkin on the board operator, saying so long from the West Quad facility. Have a great night.
Take care.